What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on the Anaheim Ducks losing Corey Perry for 3 to 4 weeks and bringing in Ilya Bryzgalov. Let's focus in on Perry first because that's obviously the bigger piece of news. You know, losing a league MVP for any period of time is tough. But you look at what Anaheim's got going on. They got some great depth. You're going to be without Perry for 3 to 4 weeks. It could be a lot worse. I think there's a silver lining in it. And you know what, keep your head above water. Getsov's kind of guy that can make anyone around him better. And obviously, I'm not knocking Corey Perry. He's one of my favorite players in the league to watch. He's truly an elite offensive threat that, brings a little tenacity, physicality, and makes tough to play against. And is really, again, a league MVP. I mean, not too many guys in the NHL can say they've won a hot trophy, and Perry's one of them. So, you'll get him back by what, New Year's? Ready to roll. I mean, that's, you just got to let him sit a little bit longer. Cool. You got him down the stretch. He's an amazing player. When he won the MVP in 2011, it was this play down the stretch. Just scoring like 2 goals a night for like a, you know, 3-4 game stretch there, and it was like, wow, this guy's great. And then he had like 15 goals in a 10 game stretch. It was like, this guy's an amazing hockey player. And that helped Anaheim make the playoffs that season. So they'll piece it together. I mean, Kyle Palmieri's playing some good hockey. Maybe give him a look on that line. You can kind of sort guys through. Hopefully they start getting some more guys back because I like watching Anaheim play. I think when everything's clicking at 100% with them, they are one of the best teams in hockey. Not only in terms of competing, but also in terms of being just watching them, they're great to watch. And then the other move they made today, slightly smaller move, but still interesting nonetheless. Give me plenty of shit to talk about with them. Is they brought back Ilya Bryzgalov to Anaheim, where he started his NHL career. Obviously, he got waived, ended up in Phoenix, had a good run there. The Philly debacle, then Edmonton, and then in Minnesota. So, I think looking at this from Bryzgalov's perspective, he's kind of been on a few tryout agreements this last couple of years. Obviously trying out for the Wild this year and not making it, and then going back to where he was in Anaheim on a tryout earlier. So he's a good player. For what they need. You need a veteran goalie. I'd rather have him than Brodeur, to be totally honest with you. I think obviously you can look at Brodeur's got kind of sexier name, but in terms of just pure hockey, I'd take Bryzgalov. And again, I'm not a fan of either guy, but I think Briz isn't a bad option. He's actually a good option for a team that needs a veteran goalie right now. Gibson is skating. I don't know how long his recovery is going to take. That's another issue. And Frederik Andersen needs to get spelled every now and then. I think they're playing a little bit too much. But they signed Briz. They sent him to the AHL for some seasoning, and I think he'll be able to help out him. I thought he played well at times for Minnesota last year, and I think you look at what he brings to the table in terms of some veteran know-how between the pipes. They really don't have that. Jason LaBarbera is out hurt, and other than that, every other goalie's 25 or younger. So I mean, hey, you can do worse than Briz. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ilya Bryzgalov fan, but he's a good veteran goalie. I mean, he's not going to take you to the promised land, but I don't think he'll exactly hurt you either. You know, it's a beneficial addition. You can do a lot worse. I'd rather, again, for as much as he's a circus kind of sideshow with his humongous big and everything, I'd rather take him over Brodeur right now. And there's what, a 10-year difference between the two of them. That's just the nature of the beast. It's a bottom line type of business, and I right now think at this point Bryzgalov can give you a little bit more. And St. Louis got themselves Marty, so that's something. And I'm curious to see, if both Brodeur and Bryzgalov both end the season where they're playing now. That's if one of them gets waived or whatever, but that's something to keep an eye on. But yeah, it's never a dull moment in Anaheim. I think they should still be considered a threat in the Western. They are a threat in the Western. They shouldn't be considered a threat. They are a threat. Let's call it what it is. And if they're healthy at the right time, all they got to be is held, in April, and then they can make a lengthy playoff run. I think there's still a few moves to be made, but all in all, I like what this team said. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.